Hello everyone, this is Himanshu and today is my day second of solving one programming problem daily. So let's start with sliding window. That was an spoiler basically. So yeah, this is the problem. This is the medium level problem that we will be solving today. It says given in string S consisting of only uppercase English characters and an integer k. Now what we have to do is we have to choose the key characters of the string and then replace them with any uppercase English characters. Meaning that if here there is a string s and k is equal to 2, we can replace two characters from this whole string, right? At most. Now, since we are performing at most k replacement, we have to return the length of longest substring which contains only one distinct characters. All right. So it means that uh, after this replacement, at most k replacement, the string that we are left with, uh, yeah, what is the longest substring of this strings that contains only one distinct character, which means that that substring should have only one character. So there is only one. So here, if you see k is equal to 2, if we just replace all the x to y's, we'll get all the y's, that is only one character, and the length is 4. Or we can also replace y by x as it says. So it will be x, 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 x. Then it will be okay in the forfeit. Let's take down the example. So here k is equal to 1 and string is a b a b e. So we can just replace one character. So if we replace the possible outcome, so like replacing the b here and then changing it to a. Okay. So the pattern that I'm getting here is, if I can see, if I have to make any substring, uh like if I have to change the substring that should contain only one single characters, I will be changing those. I will be taking the biggest substring that have the same character with just k number of different characters, so that I can switch those character and we can have just all the characters I can have in just one that substring. So my intuition is, so the substring that I will be returning as an output, in that substring there will be one characters which have the maximum number of count, and the second one which will have at most k another or k distinct element. Okay. So in that case, I think the first thing that I need to know is, we will be tracking like between any our window, what is the which character is count is the highest, and then from that character we can just uh, add, let's say, two extra element. So so here what I'm saying is, as an example, if we consider, so if we have, let's say, c a a b a a b a a d a f g, and let's say k is equal to 2. So if you see here, so when we check here to, let's say, these two, the maximum character is, let's say, a. When we check these three, the maximum character, from here to here, the maximum character is c. So yeah, these two, if we check from here to here, the maximum character is a, and the number of different is 2. So we can take the max of these two. So our answer for this case would be, for this case our answer should be, uh, what it should be. It should be a a a a. So from here to here, which will be 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. So yeah, this will be our answer. Length of 7. So here, as we can see, we have to track the length of A's, and Also, we have to have in mind how should we change, how should we change these, how can we use these maximum number of a in relation with k so that we can get the substring with the maximum uh, length. So here, let's say I'll be having some max uh, max car, which will be, which will have, um yeah, so this will be in the form of a dictionary because it will contain the character and the number of and the count of that character, right? Let's just start with I to be 0, start with j to be 0, and let's run a loop which will be while I is less than or equal to j, and what's the other part, j should be less than length of string s because that's what is the upper bound. So now we'll be going from I and we'll going till the length of s. And for this loop, we'll check what will be the maximum value of character. So max of character of that I. So okay, we can also have the count of. Mm, can also have the count of. Should do we need? Let's do we need an extra dictionary for storing the count? Can store the count, and we can also have the max count of the character, right? Okay, so the max car uh, for any uh, sj sj will be 1 plus whatever is the max car of, I think, dot get sg comma 0. So when it is not present, we'll just assign 0. Otherwise, whenever it's present, I will get the value. This will track the count of a character. So it will be the count character. This will be a count character because it will be counting. So this list is counting the number of character. Now we have to check what is actually the number of character from A, right? So from I to J, what is the number of characters? We have to find the max character. Okay, so in this case, let's see what will be the max character. So the max count will be equal to the max till now because it may happen that uh, the max has not occurred. Max till now and and count car sj, right? Because at this moment sj is the only thing that has changed, right? So max count can be if like two of them are, let's say, equal, so count car of sj will increase. Otherwise, if let's say, yeah, this is the maximum, then this will be there, right? Yeah. Now we have the max count. Now we have to check if r or j, where we are, minus I. This is that window plus 1. So this is including ith and j index. So if this sum is, should we say greater or should we say equal? So this sum has to be, I think if it is greater than max count plus uh the sum of the element plus k. So this is the failure mode, right? Then we know, okay, now we have to, there's no point, right? Because now it has exceeded. Now have to move I. Then we'll increase the I, we'll move the to the right size, and then what we'll do is we also have to decrease the count. So since we have moved, we will decrease the count character of Si should be equal to count character of Si uh, minus 1. Since we are here, we will be just subtracting, right? We are moving one step ahead. Okay, all right. So if the length has increased, the max count is there. We'll just increase the value, right? And the results that we'll be having, let's say the result is 0, and then in that point of time, what we'll do is res will be equal to max of res and g minus I plus 1, right? Because whenever it is increasing, max count plus k is increasing, it is just decreasing. It can increase by 1 only, right? So every time yeah, we are taking the maximum size of the window. So this should work from my perspective. Yeah, there should be some error that I'm very sure of. Time. Okay, we have the infinite loop because we are not appending j. So if everything goes well, we will be just appending the j as well. So expecting some error. Okay, count card. Says the count card is defined. Okay. Here goes the error. And oh, got some error in the test number 8. Okay, our output is 3. We are expecting 2. Let's check K0. So which is here. Okay, and then what would have happened, I think, at the last when the J, okay, I moved here, count of A decrease. Okay, it gets B, right? So B's count is 1. Max count is, okay, it's still 1. Count plus K is still 1. J, it is 2. So when the difference is 2, I will increase to 1. Okay, so I will be B, I will be 1. The count will be decreased by 1 of SIO. Okay, I got it. The issue is here. First, we have to decrease the count and then we have to move the character. See, this is how it should be. And let's submit. Oh, yeah. So, this is what the method looks like. Can you just look at the solution once? How they have did it. So, going on the time complexity, if you see. So, okay, they did by using a set instead of map. Okay, sliding window here. This is the, okay. So they have a dictionary. Their s equal to 0, they take in a maximum character, they added the count, they get the max of the count. Okay, they have subtracted basically. They have reduced the count, they have taken. So yeah, pretty similar solution. So yeah, this is the solution. Let me know if you guys have any doubt. See you in the next video. Thanks.